the tank engine, hip, 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 hooray. Chugga, chugga, chug, chug, chop, 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 he rides along the way. And when you hear that whistle, it can only be one train, your favorite little engine, Thomas is his name.
Thomas the tank engine rolling along. All of his friends will be coming along. Thomas, we love you.
He's a really useful engine with a heart that's big and strong. He chugga chugga chop chops, working hard, helping everyone.
Thomas, he has lots of friends.
And you can be one too. Just clap, clap, clap and sing along. Thomas, we love you.
Thomas the tank engine rolling along.
All of his friends will be coming along. Thomas, we love you. Thomas, we love you. Thomas, we love you.
Thomas put the brakes on. It was a busy time on the island of Sodor. The Sodor River Bridge was being rebuilt. Thomas had been chosen to help the builders. He was very busy and very proud. Thomas was at the building yards. He was excited. This is the last delivery, he huffed to himself. Then the bridge will be finished. Thomas, you must be careful with these blocks, says the copperhead. They were made especially for the bridge. Now no more like them anywhere. Yes, sir, Thomas replied, and he chuffed carefully out of the yards. Thomas had to stop at the signal, but when he applied his brakes, he heard a squeaking sound. Thomas was worried. Stanley was there. He was taking builders to the bridge. Hello, Thomas, said Stanley. Your brakes doesn't sound good. Shall I take your load for you? No, thank you. I don't need any help, Thomas replied, and he chuffed quickly away. Next, Thomas saw Emily. Slow down, Thomas. There's a sharp bend ahead, she cried. Thomas applied his brakes. The squeak was much louder this time, and his brakes wouldn't work properly. Thomas braked on the bend much too fast. His wheels hit a bump in the track. Some of the special blocks bounced off his flatbed, but he didn't realize they had fallen. Thomas was worried about his squeaky brakes. I know, he thought. I'll puff more slowly. Thomas arrived at the top of a steep hill. As he went down, he started to roll faster. He applied his brakes, but they still weren't working properly, and the squeak was even louder. Gordon was puffing up the hill. Slow down, Thomas! But Thomas couldn't slow down. He raced into emergency siding and hit the bucket with a big bump. More of the special blocks bounced off his flatbed. They tumbled down a steep bank. Now there's only one stack left, but Thomas still didn't notice. He was only worried about his squeaking brakes. Thomas set off once more, very slowly for the bridge. Finally, he saw the Sodor River Bridge ahead. Hooray! I made it! He peeped. The builders were waiting. Here's the last special delivery, Thomas puffed proudly. He knew he had to slow down now. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. His brakes had stopped working altogether. Thomas rolled toward the edge of the bridge. Filling fireboxes, what can I do? With a clang and a crash, Thomas's front wheels clanked over the edge of the bridge. His flatbed bashed his buffers with a bump. The last of the special blocks fell from his flatbed. Cinders and ashes! I lost one of the special blocks. No, Thomas, said the foreman. You lost them all. Now the bridge can't be finished. Oh no, this is a disaster, Thomas cried. Stanley was cupped up to Thomas. Slowly, he pulled Thomas back to safety. Thomas was upset. How did I lose the blocks? He huffed to himself. Then Thomas remembered the bump on the bridge. It had made the last block fall from his flatbed. Maybe the other blocks fell when I had the other bumps, he thought. Thomas knew what he had to do. Stanley, will you help me please? He asked. We must take Rocky with us. Stanley was happy to help his friend. Stanley shunted Thomas behind him, and Murdoch shunted Rocky. They reached the bottom of the steep hill. This is why I badged the buffers with a bump, said Thomas. Hooray! This is where the special blocks fell off. Soon Rocky had lifted the blocks onto Stanley's flatbed, and they all puffed on. Thomas and Stanley found the rest of the special blocks at the sharp bend, and Rocky lifted those blocks onto Stanley's flatbed too. Stanley shunted Thomas back into the yard, then set off proudly with the special blocks. Good luck, Stanley. I was silly not to have asked for your help. Thank you. A mechanic looked at Thomas. I've come to have my brakes fixed, Thomas told him. They make a terrible squeak. Later that day, Thomas chuffed back to the Sodor River Bridge. He put his brakes on. There was no squeak at all. He stopped beside Stanley. My brakes are fixed now, Thomas peeped proudly. So is Sodor River Bridge, said Stanley. All thanks to my friend, Stanley.